Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry I've been MIA for the last few days. I just moved, so that took a lot of time, lots of time. And, I've had a couple other things going on. It's been super cold too. I missed the beautiful weather last weekend, but finally back out. So I'm on Chickahominy Lake right now. My buddy Billy's out here, and Matt and Tyler are out here as well. And we're all trying to attack this place and try to find any fish. The water temperature right now up where I'm at is 37.5 degrees. Definitely like the coldest water that I've fished all year. Further down it was 40, but we wanted to work our way all the way up and just fish our way down throughout the day. So that's what we're doing. I've been out for about 2 hours, haven't had any bites, but I've been marking a lot of fish and marking a lot of bait. So that's definitely a good thing. The water's pretty dirty. We've got a little bit of wind, and it's probably 30 to 35 degrees air temp right now, but hopefully we'll be able to get on something. It's my favorite day of the week, Wednesday, fishing and podcast day with the boys, so hopefully we can figure something out for you. This is probably also going to be my last trip here in Virginia before leaving to Florida, so I'm stoked. Oh, man, it is cold out here. Look, this whole creek arm is just full of ice. Pretty shallow back there, but still. Here we go. Got a little spinnerbait action. Windy bank, it's 12 feet. We got a bunch of these cypress trees and a bunch of wood and stumps in the water here too. There's a channel swing and it creates a point, so I'm gonna work my way out this, see if we can't get a fish to bite in this 37.5 degree water. Burr. Oh, yes. Oh, big fish, big fish. Ooh, that's a giant. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. That is a freaking stud right there, boys. Literally a foot of water. 40.2 degrees, a foot of water on the jig. Sick. I'm gonna get a quick weight on this fish. He is so long, a little skinny towards the tail, but long fish, huge head. Oh my god, I've been waiting for that. Big fish, get me going. Hell yeah. All right, let's see what we got. 564. Whew, I'll take it. 5.64 pounds. That fish is so long. Gonna let this baby go. Beautiful fish. Oh my god. Thank you, piggy. It's my biggest fish of the year. See ya. Oh, the water's cold. Hand is frozen. I will take it. It's so funny because when I pulled up on that point, I thought I got bit a couple of casts before that, and I was like, let's just keep fishing it a little bit. And 2 casts later, that fish just demolished it. So fun. I've been waiting for a bite like that for a long time. 564, it's not bad. There's bigger in here though. Hopefully we can figure them out. So I've been out since 9 and it's 2:26 right now. So 5.5 hours without like a legit bite. That was a good bite, and that's a good sign too. Hopefully we can get a couple more. All right, that gives me so much more confidence. I feel great right now. 5.5 hours, no legit bite, and then catch a 5.5, a little bit over 5. Man, feels good. Caught that on a 3/8 ounce black and blue jig with a flap and hog trailer. I really like this in the winter and when the water's really cold, because even though it has a ton of appendages on it, it doesn't have crazy action. It's more of like a chunk with a bigger profile to it. I like it, and that fish liked it too. I'm gonna go up here and flip this point a little bit more and see if there's any more fish. So right here, I caught that fish between the boat and the bank. And it's only 3.6 feet right here. 40-degree water, 40.4. It's just insane. Like there's, it's hard to believe that fish is that shallow. The majority of the day I've been fishing this jig deeper in that 10 to 15 foot range. Now this body of water isn't particularly deep, but I have been focusing a little bit more on the deeper water. Between the jig, throwing a spinnerbait, throwing the HUD, and I've thrown the silver buddy around a little bit too. I'm just gonna keep fishing shallow and flipping this jig around. Hopefully run into a couple more. It also came off of this point. I mean, you can see that tree. It has like this giant root system there, and it creates a point right out in front of a creek. So I might try to duplicate that, move around a little bit, try to find more points with trees on them. Don't really care how deep it is because that fish was super shallow. We'll see. I am stoked. That fish got me jacked up. Seriously, 5.5 hours. This is like my first trip in the last 3 trips that I've actually caught a fish, so that feels good. Oh god! Both. Oh god. Bowfin. Or pickerel. Okay, that got me way too jacked. Freaked out a little bit on that one. It almost took the rod out of my hand. Then I had to catch up with him. Well, that was exciting. Every time I get bit here, a 10-pounder just flashes in my mind. So I set the hook as hard as I can. And that one actually almost took the rod out of my hand. A little pickerel. Shallow. That fish was in less than 3 feet. I'm sitting in 3.5 feet right now. After I caught the bass earlier, I just decided I'm just gonna fish shallow with a spinnerbait and a jig basically the rest of the day. I didn't get bit deep at all. Once I started fishing shallow, I got bit almost immediately within the first like 15 minutes. So I don't think I'm gonna fish deep anymore today. Granted, I've only caught one. It goes to show that there's still fish shallow when the water's cold. It's 40.7. I caught that fish in like 2 feet of water. I do have a feeling these fish are going to be mainly hanging on that wood cover though, just because it's going to hold that heat a little bit better. There's still a bit of dead grass around, and obviously these reeds, stuff like that, but I'm really going to mainly focus on these cypress trees. I'm going to fish with this HUD for a while around these trees. Got a feeling that if I run across another fish the same size as the one I caught on that jig, it will slurp this HUD no problem. Throwing this on a 7-Eleven Cashin musky rod. It's actually, I would consider it more of a swim bait rod. I have a Daiwa Lexa 300 with 20-pound fluoro, and I am just slow rolling this thing. I want to keep it on the bottom, just making super slow handle turns just so I can barely feel that tail kick. I have a feeling I could have thrown anything in front of that fish earlier and it probably would have ate. Probably have like an hour left before we gotta get out of here. Maybe less. All right, last cast. All right, let's get out of here. All right, one fish day. I'll take it. Oh yeah, I fixed my trolling motor handle, finally. Well, finally got me a big fish. It's been some time since I've caught anything of size, so that one definitely felt great. Like I haven't been able to set the hook on a jig fish like that since October, I feel like. So as I told you guys, I've been moving. As you can see, everything is pretty messy and we're still organizing everything and getting everything together. I'm also planning on leaving for Florida on Sunday or Monday, so I need to get all this stuff straight. I need to get everything settled with the van, get the boat ready, organize all my tackle rods, figure out exactly where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave me some comments down below. I'm going to be camping in the van every night and fishing every day. So pretty much anywhere in Florida. I'm planning on going to Central Florida and really sticking around like Kissimmee and Toho and all those other lakes, and just try to find anything small too that I can just put the John boat into and explore. So I'm really looking forward to this series I'm about to start. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. Again, I'm so stoked I was able to catch that big fish down at the Chick. Something that was really cool about it, and as I've said multiple times in this video, it was a really shallow water fish, and it's not like there was deep water nearby. I didn't do a very good job in this video of explaining that. Basically what I was fishing was a giant flat, and I'd been fishing deep all day, and I just said, screw it, I want to fish shallow a little bit, flip some of these trees. And I'm working a bank that's probably 5 feet at the max depth. The closest deep water is probably 50 to 100 yards behind me at that point. And that fish was up there solely to eat. Like, he hugged up against that bank and was sitting on that point right next to that tree, like the perfect little ambush area. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm stoked I finally got a good fish, and I can't wait to get down to Florida. If you guys are a new viewer, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. Leave a like as well if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. You got anything?